Man who probably should have walked away with the Heisman. I know he's too classy to say as much, so I'll say it on his behalf that should have been the winner. But he is Michael Penix. How are you, man?
I'm great. How about you?
Doing great. It's awesome to see you in here. Before we get into all the business, what brings you in today?
You said what brings me in today?
Yeah.
Man.
Besides talking to Wyman and Bob, I mean, this is the obvious. But
I was gonna say I'm excited to talk to y'all. But yeah, man. Obviously, I'm here. I'm here to encourage the community to support Treehouse and this Holiday Magic campaign. You know, I feel like this is something that I put my time into. You know, since I've been here. You know, just working with Treehouse through Montlake Futures, to be able to, you know, just share my side and obviously highlight, you know, the people in the community who, you know, also shows awareness and show support to us at the University of Washington as well. So.
Well, Michael, you're much beloved, man. There are so many Husky fans around here that have been waiting for this for a long time. But just for you, it's been like a whirlwind, especially like the last 4 or 5 days. I just saw you on TV. What was that? Was it Saturday night? And yeah. So tell us, kind of take us through what your schedule has been the last few days. It's been pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, man. It's been real crazy, you know. But just super excited and just blessed for all the opportunities that has presented itself to me, and you know I've just been soaking it all in. You know I wouldn't wish to be anywhere else. You know I'm just happy and just glad to be a Husky. And man, it's been pretty busy, but not too much.
Can we talk about the jacket? The jacket was really cool. And I'm curious, was that immediate? Like the second you knew you were going to be there for the ceremony? Mm-hmm. Did you have that in mind? Was that your idea, collaboration? Who came up with that? And for people that don't know what I'm talking about, explain the jacket you were wearing at the ceremony.
Yeah, so inside the jacket, you know, I had all my teammates and coaches' names printed inside of there, you know, and just to show my support to them, and because I know that obviously I couldn't be in that position without those guys, you know. But it was kind of a mutual thing, you know. For me, it was for the suit, I was always trying to figure out what color I wanted to wear. You know, I didn't want to be the same as anybody else. You know, I wanted to be kind of different, but I wanted to be able to highlight, you know, others around me as well, you know, while I was in that experience. And I saw that the year before, Caleb Williams, he was able to take his offensive line. You know, I wasn't able to do that with a lot of last-minute stuff. But you know, for me, I was just trying to find a way to highlight others around me, and you know, I felt like that was definitely the perfect thing, you know. But I had help with friends and family as well with that idea. But I feel like it was amazing.
You nailed it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Great thought by you, and so yeah, you probably. Do you have to have like 3 different phones? I mean, how many people, you know, you've had teammates in the past, you've got friends and family and your entire team. I mean, how many texts do you think you got over the weekend?
Oh man, I'm not 100% sure. You know, I probably got a couple hundred, but between text messages and, you know, Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, you know, all the social medias, you know, it's been a lot. You know, just a lot of people showing their support. And you know, just mainly just the support. You know, it was everywhere. You know, so I'm just super blessed to have that around me.
What's it like to have your name, your face up on a TV screen at all times during this, especially when the Heisman race starts getting towards the meat of the season? You're always on TV. There's always somebody evaluating. Well, Penix does this really well. He's got to work on this. He doesn't do this as well as this guy. He does this better than this guy. Just to hear and see conversations that are about you all the time. Did that take some getting used to?
No, to be honest, I really don't watch TV that much anyways. I stay away from social media as much as I can too. So
probably smart.
I really don't see too much of it, you know, as far as that, you know, but it's just being able to manage it. You know, I feel like, you know, I've been in college this is my 6th year now. So, you know, just learning the ins and outs of social media and, you know, how it can affect you as a person and a player, you know. So I try to, you know, keep my head on straight and just focus on the things that, you know, I can control and focus on the right things. And for me, I feel like that's my team and, you know, helping my team win football games. So if that's not in the filter of what I believe in, you know, I try to keep it out of my life, you know.
Yeah, I'm not on social media, and look at me, I'm kick ass. So, you don't need it, Michael. You don't need it. I love that part of it. So tell us about. Let's get after this. The playoff here coming up. How much have you guys practiced? You're getting ready for Texas. Are you guys looking at film? What's the sort of process getting ready for that game?
Yeah, we've been practicing. Had a couple workouts, a couple practices so far. We're gonna get a little time off, for the holidays, because once Christmas time come around, we will be working. We won't really be able to be around our families, but it's been great, just diving in on the film on them. Those guys, that's a very good team over there. Obviously they're in the college football playoffs for a reason, and we know that we have what it takes. So we're just gonna go out there and execute and just play our football. But we definitely been doing a lot of studying and trying to find ways to win the football game.
How much do these close games you've had, whether it was against the Cougs or the Beavers or Stanford, you've had a lot of close games and you guys had to, gut it out. But it seems like, that sharpens you, that hardens you to where if you get in a tough moment against Texas, it's going to be like, yeah, we've done this all year. Do you buy into the fact that all of these close competitions where you really had to show some grit and come away with a win is going to help you in a situation if it gets into that situation against Texas?
Yeah, I say it all started, before the season, in our off-season workouts and stuff like that. We always did extra after our run and conditioning and stuff like that. And our coach Mac, our strength coach, he's always like, we're doing, this is the part where nobody else is doing, to give us what we need to be able to come out on top in those close games and stuff like that, But it definitely, it just builds character and, it just shows our team's will to win, and we showed it plenty of weeks. It's not like I'm going to sit up here and praise it because we don't always want to be in those close games. But, for us, it's always just doing whatever it takes, and that's what it's been about, all season. And this team has been doing a remarkable job with that.
Michael, it's just been a whirlwind, as we mentioned, for you. And, now all of a sudden you're doing radio, you're doing TV, you're, on the national stage with the Heisman. Have you had anybody kind of help you out or coach you through? Are you naturally okay with media and that kind of attention? Or are you kind of a shy guy? Tell us how you've kind of transitioned, because you pretty much have to do it, right?
Yeah, I've been good with it. Just always, for me, it's just always keeping the main thing, and that's what it's always about. So for me, like I said, the main thing for me is helping my team win football games. So if I'm doing something on social media, or if I'm too locked in on social media to where I feel like it's taking me off of course, I definitely correct that right away. Because I always try to focus on everything that I can control, and social media, you really can't control that, and the interviews and stuff like that, obviously things like that, it comes from being successful on the football field, and but obviously that's why whenever I do get these opportunities, I'm blessed for it, but I also try to highlight the guys around me that helped me get to this position, because obviously I couldn't do it without those guys. So whenever I get in front of the mic, in front of the camera, I kind of see that as a time to highlight the people around me that helped me get to this position. So
no, that's great approach. Great approach. Talking about somebody that helped you get there, the connection you have with Rome Odunze is fun to watch, man. That is a lot of fun. When did you just feel like, man, I know where he's going to be. He knows where I'm going to throw it. If I'm scrambling, keeping a play alive, I know where. Just that connection. We've seen it at the pro level. We've seen it with Russell and Doug Baldwin and, Tyler Lockett's that guy. They just seem to be there when you need them most, and that he seems like that for you.
Yeah, man. I feel like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's been like that since day one, but because obviously, you have to build that trust and that confidence within each other, as time goes on. So the biggest thing about it was whenever I first got here, my first week here, we were just doing off-season workouts, so it's just training, lifting weights, and running, at that time. But, just having him and the rest of the receivers coming up to me like, hey, we want to get some throws in, build that chemistry, find ways to get better in that way. It just showed the character that I had around me, and I knew that we were going to be able to do special things. But Rome is an amazing guy, and, I feel like our connection definitely comes from repetitions and practice and stuff like that, because I know that each and every rep, he's going to give me 100%. You know, I don't have to worry about him taking the rep off. And, you know, I feel like that's definitely what it comes from, you know, because once you start getting people taking reps off and, you know, not always giving that 100%, being that same guy every day, that's when things become inconsistent, you know. But for us, it's been very consistent because he's been one of those guys that's always going to be where I need him.
Michael, I don't know if you have even time to watch pro football, but is there a quarterback that you pay attention to, or you sort of model your game after or admire?
I wouldn't say I model or put my game after anybody, but I've been watching a lot of Lamar Jackson. You know, I feel like he's been doing a lot of great things this season, especially him coming into the NFL. And they were trying to label him other things other than a quarterback because of his athletic abilities. But to be able to see him this year, you know, being in the pocket more, making those throws in the pocket that, you know, that they want to see quarterbacks make, and also scrambling whenever he has to extend plays. And I feel like he's been doing a phenomenal job. But I'll say Lamar has been somebody that's been doing really good in my eyes.
Hey, quickly before we let you go, just in terms of your demeanor on the field, you seem, I mean, even in speaking to you, watching you, you seem like you're always the same. Like, you know, if things are going poorly, you're not out there throwing the helmet, throwing a fit, things are going great. Yeah, you're excited, but you seem very even-keeled. Is that something you had to learn, or is that just kind of, that's who I've always been?
You know, I feel like that's just something that I've always been. You know, I really don't know where it comes from, that patience and, you know, everything, maybe from the injuries and stuff like that. I don't know, you know, just dealing with all those things and just understanding that, you know, this sport can be taken away from you temporarily, you know, at any point in time, you know, so it just allows me to, you know, just have that step back, that moment of like, okay, man, just go out there and have fun and not really worry about too much things. And, you know, but also as a quarterback, you know, I feel like that's what's needed in the quarterback position. You don't want somebody leading you that's, you know, you never know what guy you're going to get that day, because that inconsistency, you know, it's not going to help your team in any way. So, you know, I try to be the best I can for my team. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just being me. So I really don't know where it comes from.
Well, being you has worked out really well, man. Really well. Congrats on everything that's happened since you've been here, especially this season has been remarkable. It's been fun. Everybody is, you're well aware the city is invested. They are following every moment, and that's a big deal out here. So congrats on all of your success, the team's success, and, of course, we wish you nothing but the best in a one-sided butt kicking against Texas is what we're hoping for.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks so much, man. There you go.
I appreciate it.